Happy Martin Luther King Day. On my way to work. Ooh, New York City. It is cold. My car did not want to start up this morning. I was like, oh shit. When I was trying to put this shit in drive, it wouldn't fucking drive. I was like, oh shit. Can't get that Dodge Durango I want. So everybody wants these fucking high ass prices and shit. Trying. Now let's get to the cooking. Food stamps. I heard it's gonna get cut. No more fucking steak and lobster for those who abuse it. I know white families get it too. We all know the Jews is on it. And they said in the system, like, yo, Ace is gonna hand them out in a fucking box. Your food stamps is gonna come in boxes. Food is gonna come in the boxes. Milk, juice, whatever. It's gonna come in boxes. Whatever is calculated for the month, that's gonna come in a box. Please bring back this government cheese, the big blocks of cheese, because Velveeta cheese and all that shit is pretty good, but it's getting expensive nowadays. I remember in the 80s. Blocks of government cheese. Those big blocks of cheese, you can make a mean macaroni salad out of it. I mean, macaroni cheese out of that thing. Yeah. Man, bring back the old days. See, when I was poor growing up, father was in the army. He got out on some bullshit. Was living nice in Georgia, moved back up to New York. All we had was family values in my household. Because of my grandmother, she's old school West Indian, and she knows about family values. The men go out to work, the kids go to school. The young women who had jobs or going to school, they go to school. The woman of the house, either she goes to work or she stays home part-time or the time being, take care of the food, take care of the bills, take care of the clothes, making sure everybody's good and stuff. While the men come home, the working men or the men that's going to school, while they come home with progress. There was no food stamps. There was no WIC at the time. There was no, I mean, there was food stamps at the time, but it was kind of hard for my mom and my aunts and stuff to get on it because they were working. They were able bodies. They were working. They were making $40,000 a year. They were making 30. Actually, this was in the late 80s, so they're like, 30,000 at the time, 30, 40,000, depending on what kind of job I'm saying that you was working at. And that was good money. So that's how it was in the household. My ass went to school, sister went to school, all the young boys in the house went to school. While my cousins, who were like young at the time, they were teens, they all went to school. While my aunts and uncles, they went to go to work. Grandmother stayed home, even though she works. She works at the time, she was a nurse. She was a certified nurse, and she ran a hair salon. And I looked at the pictures. My grandmother ran her own hair salon, and I was like, yo. Talked the trade over to my aunts and my moms, but they all had their own careers. But like I said, at the time there was no foods. I mean, we try to get. I mean, my aunts try to get on it, but it was no. I mean, they got on it. The money wasn't that much. Luckily, you get like a good $70 a month. It wasn't much, but it was enough to feed the entire family. There was no steak and lobster and shit like that. There was no fucking high-end drinks and shit. We had food stamps that came in the form of cash. All right? Paper. Those are the days I remember. Those are the days that when I went out with my grandpops, working with him, busting our ass, just to make ends meet. I was learning to work with my grandfather, doing plumbing and shit. We did a lot. I was loving it. Damn, should I get off here on 7th Avenue? He was teaching me how to make a living. How to make an honest living by busting your ass and work hard at it. Don't depend on no woman or anybody else to feed you. You gotta bust your ass. And that's what he taught me. I bust my ass. I worked with him. I learned the trade. I learned how to plumb, how to become a carpenter. It was all traits that was passed down to me, passed down to my uncles and stuff when they were kids. Passed down to me. I was loving it. I was learning new shit, and to this day, I still use the same skills that my grandfather taught me when I was younger. There be times when I get paid by people, if they didn't have the money at the time, my grandfather at the time, he didn't care what you had. It was just the job that he loved doing. They gave my grandpops money and shit for whatever jobs he did. Now I got paid. But it wasn't in cash though. But it was in food stamps. I was getting paid $5 in food stamps. Paper food stamps. I remember those days. I didn't spend it on junk food and stuff like that. You know, it was $5, $10. The highest I got was the amount was $20. I did a job for my grandfather because he was doing something else. It was a small job. At the age of 9 years old, I was installing a fucking toilet. A damn toilet. I was installing that shit. At 9 years old. Had my plumbing tools and stuff that I bought from my grandpops. I told Grandpa, hey, you go finish this job here. I'm gonna go to the next call and go install a toilet for Mr. So-and-so down the street. My grandpops gave me the tools. He said, you already know what he already told me, hey, you know what you need to do. Go handle it. I fucking install a toilet. I was getting paid. Food stamp money. But you know what I did with that food stamp money? At the time I was young. Well, I was wanting to go buy candy and soda, but morals came in the head. You know, the men went out and work and bring home the money. That's what I did. I worked and bring home the money. It was not cash. I mean, I got like a couple of dollars here and there, but I had food stamps. One weekend, one Saturday morning to a Saturday afternoon, my cousins and shit, they were young. They at home watching cartoons and shit. I was out with my grandpops working. Even on a Sunday after church or before church, we was out there working. I was helping them put up walls. I was helping them doing roofing and shit. You know, it was good shit though. I learned. I had to do what I had to do. So I brought home the money, handed it over to my mom. Mom's looked at it. She handed it over to my grandma. Actually, I gave my mom half I was making. I gave the rest to my grandmother, you know, to, provide for the household. My grandmother asked me, what's your favorite cereal? I was like, at the time, I didn't really have a favorite cereal. But I said Frosted Flakes. She said to me, I'll get you a box for yourself. I'm gonna hide it from your cousins and stuff because you showing progress and you bringing home, you just bringing shit home. Imagine that, busting my ass, working. You know, but there would be times when women come up to me, ask me, wow, you so young, but I bet you making good money and stuff. I need a man like you around my household. I'm looking at these chicks, I'm like, yo, I'm almost 10 years old, and these young chicks, not even, probably like age 15, 16 years old, already with kids, jumping on the system, food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, shit like that. Ridiculous. Now, nobody in my family is on welfare food stamps. Actually, my aunt is, because she has a disability, but it's affecting her. But she always can come back to family though. But yo, food stamps gonna come in boxes, man. I'm just waiting to see this shit. Because they like, yo, fuck the money. They're not sending out the money no more. They're going to implement it into fucking boxes of food. What you should have in your household. How many kids you have. And shit. They're going to put down, they're going to ask you, hey, if your kids got any type of allergies, what your kids can eat and shit. They're going to put it in a fucking box and ship it to you. This shit should hold you for the entire month. Don't try to sell it. And believe me, it's not gonna be the name brand shit. It might be the fucking no frills shit. Remember the no frills shit? Just a damn name in a plain white box. Yeah, that's White Daddy. So yo, it's going on 15 minutes in the video. I gotta get to work. Yo, my subscribers, look, I will get back to you in the comments. Keep the comments coming. For those who fucking hate me or hate my guts and threaten to kill me, send your comments anyway. I really don't give a fuck. So, yo, peace.